Ambassador Zixthor's 6 eyes blinked in synchronized confusion as he watched the human delegation break into quiet laughter. He had just delivered the Galactic Concordate's formal declaration of war, a pronouncement that should have sent any species into immediate panic. Instead, the humans were amused. Did you not understand? Zixthor's translator chip crackled with frustration. Your species has been found guilty of 73 violations of the Eternal Peace Accord. The combined fleets of 400 civilizations are mobilizing as we speak. You have 1 solar cycle to surrender unconditionally. Ambassador Chen Wei wiped a tear from her eye, trying to compose herself. Oh, we understood perfectly, Ambassador. It's just... She glanced at her colleagues, who were also struggling to maintain diplomatic decorum. It's been 1,000 years. We were wondering when you'd finally figure it out. The alien's chitinous plates shifted in what his species expressed as deep unease. Figure what out? That we were never at peace. The silence that followed was deafening. Zixthor's mandibles clicked rapidly, a sign of extreme distress among his kind. Impossible. The peace of 3024 ended all human military operations. We verified it. We monitored your worlds for 10 centuries. Your weapons were decommissioned, your fleets dismantled, your war colleges closed. General Marcus Rodriguez leaned forward, his weathered face split by a grin. You monitored what we wanted you to monitor. Tell me, Ambassador, in your 1,000 years of watching us, did you ever wonder why humans kept volunteering for the most dangerous jobs in the galaxy? Mining operations in unstable asteroid fields? Terraforming toxic worlds? Deep space exploration in uncharted territories? We assumed it was your natural recklessness, Zixthor replied, though his voice had lost some of its certainty. Natural recklessness, Chen repeated, savoring the words. That's one way to put it. Another way would be constant combat training in environments that would kill most species in minutes. Every mining accident was a lesson in explosive tactics. Every terraforming project was practice in planetary-scale strategic operations. Every exploration mission was a reconnaissance operation into potential battlefields. She activated the holographic display between them. Images cascaded through the air. Humans working in crushing gravity, swimming through toxic atmospheres, surviving in the frozen void of space with minimal protection. You see, Ambassador, humanity learned something important long before we met you, something we learned the hard way, written in the ashes of our old wars. Peace is not the absence of conflict. It's the presence of preparation. Zixthor's translator struggled to process the implications, but the surveillance protocols, the inspection teams, passed with flying colors every single time, Rodriguez interjected. Because technically we weren't lying. We had no standing armies. We had emergency response teams, no warships, just heavily reinforced cargo vessels. No weapons development, merely industrial safety research. Humanity got very good at creative terminology during our 1,000-year peace. The alien ambassador's legs trembled. The Concordate will not be deceived. Our combined forces number in the millions. Our technology has advanced continuously while you stagnated in your forced tranquility. Stagnated? Chen's smile turned cold. Ambassador, what do you think 6 billion humans do when they can't fight each other anymore? They turn that competitive drive inward. Every sport became more extreme. Every competition more intense. We've spent a millennium turning our own bodies and minds into weapons because we had nothing else to fight. She gestured to the viewport where Earth hung in the darkness, a blue jewel against the infinite black. You want to know what humans did during the 1,000-year peace? We made our children train in combat scenarios disguised as video games. We turned our entertainment into endless studies of strategy and warfare. We encoded military tactics into our music, our art, our very culture. Every human child can field strip a railgun by age 12, but we call it technical education. Every teenager has completed what you would call advanced infantry training, but we call it physical education and team sports. Rodriguez pulled up another display, showing footage of what appeared to be recreational activities. This is called parkour. This is mixed martial arts. This is extreme diving. This is survivalist camping. To you, they look like hobbies. To us, they're how we maintained our warrior culture when you forbade us from having one. Zixthor's voice was barely a whisper. How many? How many what? How many soldiers can you mobilize? Chen and Rodriguez exchanged glances. The general answered, his voice matter of fact. All of them. Every human who can hold a weapon. That's roughly 9 billion, give or take. We've been teaching our population for 1,000 years that peace is a luxury, not a guarantee. Every farmer knows small unit tactics. Every teacher understands strategic logistics. Every artist has studied the psychology of warfare. But why? Zixthor's question came out as a plaintive wail. Why maintain such vigilance? The galaxy has been at peace. Because you forced it on us, Chen said quietly. And for the first time, her expression held no humor. You came to Earth and told us we were too dangerous, too violent, too unpredictable. You gave us an ultimatum, disarm or be destroyed. We chose a third option. We disarmed in name only and taught ourselves to be dangerous in ways you couldn't measure or understand. She stood, and her delegation rose with her. You want to declare war on humanity? Go ahead. But know this. You'll be fighting a species that has spent a millennium preparing for this exact moment. A species that turned peace into the longest military training exercise in galactic history. A species that learned to hide their fangs so well you forgot they had teeth. Rodriguez added one final observation. The other thing about humans, Ambassador? We really hate being told what to do. Your 1,000-year peace wasn't a mercy. It was motivation. As the human delegation filed out, Zixthor remained frozen in place. Behind him, his aides frantically worked their communication devices, trying to recall the fleet mobilization orders. But deep in his thorax, where his species felt the truest emotions, Zixthor knew it was too late. The humans hadn't just endured the 1,000-year peace. They had weaponized it. And now the galaxy would pay the price for forgetting the most important lesson about humanity. Tell them they can't do something, and they'll spend a millennium proving you wrong. In the corridors outside, the sound of human laughter echoed one final time, and Zixthor finally understood why. They weren't laughing at the declaration of war. They were laughing because they'd been waiting for it.